Hello, hello, welcome back. Today I'm watching Severance Season 2, Episode 5. Episode 4 was absolutely crazy. I talked a lot after that reaction on my theories, what I thought about it, but what was that? I'm kind of like, it can never be this good. It's been going like this all the time, and it's just like, oh my god. What is gonna happen now, you know? So many things are being uncovered. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of repercussions of that today. People may be getting punished. What about Irv? So much going on. Oh, the weeks are way too long. You know, the weeks are just too long. If you guys can't wait for the next reactions, make sure to check out Patreon because there I post early access and I'm a couple of weeks ahead already. So yeah, if you can't wait either after this one, you can immediately go watch the next one. I post the edited versions on there, but also the full length versions if you like to watch the whole episode together with me. All right, let's go. It's interesting because Irv knew that she knew about the export halls and Irv knew, but I think nobody else does. It seems to be someone we've not met before. If it's gonna be Bert, I'm gonna scream. Cozy work environment. Like why would you need dental equipment? The goats, right? There's so much to do with these goats as well.
How was the weekend thing? You know what the fuck actually happened?
I have no idea.
He actually f***ed.
Fuck. How's the old burning shit into your eyeballs thing going?
Still can't get it to last long enough.
You wonder how much he remembers of what happened? How much they're already connected or not?
When do we keep going?
Maybe tonight. I'll decide later.
Because I haven't remembered anything else.
Well, maybe he already has.
We saw that flashback of Gemma. That would be so interesting thinking like, does my innie remember stuff about me? While I don't remember anything of them.
Will I be updating Father later? He should hear it from me.
Oh.
We have decided to spare him knowledge of this contretemps.
Yikes.
We're close. Helena, what's he at? 78%?
81 as of Friday.
It won't be much longer. You can do this.
Oh, what are they talking about?
I'm not going back down there.
It won't be you. It will be your innie.
My innie who tried to kill me, and then the other one tried to kill me.
Oof.
They're fucking animals.
Yikes. Well, you get why she's a bit traumatized.
Milchik's many errors this weekend have forced our hand.
And Father approves.
Father encouraged it.
Of course, like, it always is worse.
Mark S won't work without her.
Okay, so who is at 81%? Are they regenerating someone?
The board appreciates your sacrifice.
It feels so wrong, right? You need to give up a part of yourself. Things are gonna happen to you while you're basically unconscious. What is that even? Ethics. And like, how messed up the situation with her dad.
Good morning, Heliar.
Who the fuck are you?
She's back, bitches.
Please follow me. Mr. Milchik will explain.
So he's still there. Okay, I was kind of thinking, like, what if they would fire him and get Selvig back? Oh, look at her.
Is she?
Her innie.
How confusing this must be for everyone.
Come on in.
I need to know what's going on. Like right now.
Where's Irving?
And why was he trying to drown me?
Because you're a fucking vegan.
Was she spying on us?
It's called a Glasgow block. It allows one's outie.
Wait. Are you saying that she was down here as me?
Maybe she still is.
Hey, I repeat myself. Where is Irving? Answer my question!
Excuse me.
He has control over Dylan.
Our only option was permanent dismissal.
So he is dead.
The innie.
No. Irving B's outie has departed on an elongated cruise voyage.
What?
I don't give 3 dry fucks about his outie.
She doesn't have the right to take my identity.
Which is interesting, right? Because who's taking whose identity? You're 2 identities in one body. So who's the boss identity?
Have you ever heard the story of the blacksheep?
Huh? All the Scandinavians are like, yay! I don't know.
Let's assume we haven't.
They never even seen the sky before. Like, what are you talking about?
In ancient times, the king of Sweden himself was known to go incognito amongst his people in the hopes of learning their true grievances.
Yeah, that's not what happened here.
Smells like horse shit.
Mark?
Irving B's outie has departed on
an elongated cruise voyage. Yeah, I know. Is he going to come back or not?
Permanent dismissal. Oh, the camera is moving a lot all the time.
He is not.
Wow, some actual honesty.
You fucking murderers.
You can't do this to people.
this went well.
Imagine if this is your job. Imagine if things like this happen at your actual workplace and it's like, time to get to work. And this is crazy because so much has happened there and she doesn't even know. And also maybe she would be offended, right? You slept with me while it was clearly not me. How could you not notice it was not me? You know?
This is you. Hell no. I'm not going near that thing.
Oh wow, 3 desks.
Dylan, please.
He probably will. Oh my god.
Careful, Dylan. Words of consequences. I'd hate to resend certain privileges.
Yikes. They must have clocked that.
Let us have a funeral.
I'm sorry.
Not a retirement party. A funeral, right?
Yeah.
Is this MDR's position?
Dude.
Dude.
Well,
Sure, as long as it's quick.
Well said, Mark.
I was wondering, there's no way that Milkchick is not being punished behind the scenes.
Mark, I'm gonna come in.
I'm not jealous of his position and certainly not of hers.
Are you okay? Seriously fucked up.
She doesn't even know half of it.
You couldn't tell that she wasn't me?
See, I thought that was gonna hurt.
Obviously not.
Now we have her back, it's obvious, but...
What was she like?
Like you, or you're like her. I don't know. I don't know who you are, I guess.
Oh, this is awful.
Mark.
Yeah.
What happened to you up there?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Do you want to hear what happened to me?
No, I don't. Let's just try to forget it.
So awful. Like you want to scream, like communicate and talk, but also like I have no idea how you go about that.
May I say a question?
You may.
You shouldn't let them have a funeral. It makes them feel like people.
This bitch.
That wasn't a question. That was an opinion. Unsolicited.
Wow, that's so psycho, right? Don't let them feel like real people because they're not. You wonder what's behind that.
Your first performance review is today, right? That was a question.
Why do I hate her? She's a young girl and I'm like, bleh.
Let us each take 9 seconds to silently remember Irving. And thank Kier.
It's interesting that this exists.
There. You may now lift your heads and open your eyes.
it's hard to pinpoint a favorite Irving story. For the least fun guy in the world, he was really fun. He put the dick in contradiction. One time, he was pissed at me for watering down the toner, so he put toner in my water cup. He stopped me before I drank it, though. He just wanted to make a point, not harm me physically.
Thanks for clarifying, we were confused.
But I did accidentally take a sip of it later because I forgot he said that.
Oh,
He asked me for help with something near the end, and I didn't listen. And in his final moments, he would have been totally justified in telling me to suck my own fuck. But he didn't. He was awesome, and I miss him.
Oh, Dylan.
A little sugar with your usual salt.
The hang in there poster. The hang in there poster. Dylan.
You may now briefly partake in Irving's fruit head.
What the f are you watching? Who's gonna cut that thing? Who did cut that thing?
You can play your piece for me later. Yes?
I don't know if I would pick a fight with her. Oh man, I love watermelon, but this makes me quite unsettled.
I gotta get to work, but great ceremony, guys.
Seriously? Irving was your friend, and he's dead. Why don't you give a shit?
Because he's not dead, he's just not here.
I also must feel weird that Irving did notice that she was not her, but he didn't.
You tell her Miss Casey's your wife yet?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's my Audi's wife, but sure. No, it's pretty crazy.
I have goosebumps again.
What are we gonna do?
No, we're not gonna do anything.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously.
They tried that, right, to do it together. Oh, I must feel weird for him.
That wasn't me. Mark, but I'm not her. I'm not. I'm me.
I want to start crying. This is horrible.
Helly!
And how do I know that?
You don't.
You just have to trust me. Not everything here is a lie. Stop being a fucking asshole.
See, that's her. The directness is vastly different with the two of them. Oh, I'm still emotional from that scene, whoa.
I was just wondering if you could share with me a little how you felt when you received the paintings. Because I'm thinking our experiences here have been similar in some ways.
Oh.
We face similar challenges, and perhaps the paintings and the somewhat complicated feelings they evoke.
He's so eloquent.
Mr. Drummond's waiting.
Yes, of course. Let us go.
Damn. He's trying to build that connection, that bridge, and she's like, No.
Okay, asshole. Guess this is it.
This is crazy if you think about it, because like we assume, I think that Irving is gonna do stuff on the outside and they will meet again, but Dylan has no idea. This has been his buddy and he's not there anymore forever. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. And he said it right before he died. Hang in there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Today I will be conducting your monthly performance review. If the review is to take longer than 4 hours, there will be a break for lunch. Here is the lunch menu.
If I were you, I would place an order. I hope you used the restroom before we started.
Uses too many big words.
Well, perchance I may colloquially employ...
Perchance colloquially.
Anti-deflections will be heard after the lunch break.
Wait, so in 4 hours?
On several of your daily logs, the paperclip was installed back to front, which led to a confusion as to where in the document to begin reading. Here are the incidents.
Are we serious?
You arranged an outdoor retreat, which resulted in the termination of one employee and the discovery of the true identity of another, at great risk and harm to the Egan name.
So how is he still having his job?
Mark Scout's completion of Cold Harbor will be remembered as one of the greatest moments in the history of this planet.
Oh god, what is it? You need a full-on report about this, with layouts and everything. Is this Audi Mark, who's now gonna have a heart attack and is not gonna figure out how he needs to go?
Hi, Mark.
No.
How was the rest of the funeral?
Did Miss Wong take notes? I can't wait to read her article about it in that newspaper you showed me. What was it called again? The Bullshit Gazette?
Mark.
Whatever you say, Mr. Milchick. Praise Cure.
Did you and Heliar catch up? Did you tell her that you fucked her outie at the Orpo? Helena Egan, leader in waiting of this company.
Wow, he's not using big words anymore. You gotta commend his acting as well, because I feel like the show is like Goosebumps from the beginning till the end. I don't know. Imagine if you slept with someone and they walk out and you know it and they have no idea who you are.
One point that Nat made was...
Nat?
I am just trying to speak their language.
I know, but this sounds like Lumen's language.
Which he hated, right?
This is a fiscal and creative opportunity unlike any I have yet seen.
Money, money, money.
And I'm not inclined to just walk away from it. Unless me selling millions of copies of my book and the life that manages to give us has somehow lost its appeal for you.
Oh, he's waiving his morals for money.
Babe.
No, thank you.
And the fact that you wrote rubbish before, I think she's not with you for the money, but for your morals. I'm so glad we got at least a little bit of Irving this episode. I was like, don't skip an episode of Irv.
They fired me. I think they knew what Mikeebee was up to.
Is that Bird? So he's not calling Bird.
Why are you following me?
I got this thing when somebody shows up on my doorstep screaming my name. I want to know why. Call it a quirk. You're with Lumen.
I was.
I got canned a couple of weeks ago. They said my innie had an unsanctioned erotic entanglement with another worker. They wouldn't tell me who.
Oh my god, that's a lot of info they gave him.
Then you show up at my door.
You think we were an item?
We got a ham. We're planning to have it tomorrow. Might be nice if you come over. We could sit down, talk through it all.
It's so weird though, because you need to talk to your partner while there's guys there, and we're assuming that you guys were a thing.
We like red wine. Expensive.
Okay. Tomorrow.
You need a lift? I know where you live.
Well, why not put it out there?
See you tomorrow.
You also don't know, when it comes to romantic feelings, what Irv as an outie feels or realizes that he might feel on a deeper level that he's not really aware of. I don't know if it matters really. I'm so surprised. So I don't get it, right? Because he went on retirement and then now it's like you had an erotic relationship, and why did he even tell him?
Are they hurting her?
Oh,
I don't know.
the emotions, like a...
You're outie.
What?
I didn't say anything.
What?
Your outie can parallel park in less than 20 seconds.
Oh my god.
Your Audi can roller skate.
It's like she's this, what's it called? Like the mermaids that sing and then you drown.
Your Audi is going to be...
So he was remembering things as a now. No, you cannot do this to us. No. Why is it over? No. That was too little. Okay, so thoughts about this episode. I feel like it's really hard because this episode seems like an in-between one. We had a lot of revelations in the last one, and now we get a lot of new info and reactions in this one, but we're not getting closer to answers, which I feel like is gonna be super at the end. Dylan, I feel like did amazing by demanding a funeral for Irving, even though he can have certain things from Milchick, so it's cool to see him stand up for his friend. And then finding the note, but what he's gonna do with that, we don't know yet. Also, he didn't take it, and like, are you gonna go back in that room? Then we have Irving, which I... Come on, that conversation with Bert and his husband is gonna be all kinds of awkward. Because you know that you were in love with someone, although you don't remember anymore, you must be thinking like, there must be something to it that I fell in love with them, you know, weird. And also for that husband, damn, that wine better be expensive and the ham be really good. With Helly, I feel so bad for her. I kind of feel bad for Helena as well. And it's difficult because Helena is like a bad guy in the sense that she's an Egan and she worked on this, but I feel like she's kind of changing her mind and realizing how awful her life is and maybe that they're doing awful things. Although then she said like they're all animals and it's like you just slept with one of them and you told them that you weren't happy with who you were, so don't get nasty now. I still wonder if she's pregnant. I'm sorry. And then, yeah, Helly, come on. She just woke up trying to be murdered and then she got back at work. I love how amazing she acts, right? How now I'm like, oh yeah, this is Helly. She's like out there and tells what she thinks. And I love how she's telling Mark, like, don't be Paul, and basically still telling him that she has feelings for him, which must be so confusing because he's been awful this episode. At first I was like, okay, maybe that's just because he's upset. And I still think that's the case, right? Something happened and how is he gonna tell her? How does he feel about that it's not her? Because this goes both ways. Poor woman has no idea that somebody had sex with her and that he thought she was someone else, which would be super hurtful and like wrong in so many ways. But on his perspective as well, because he thought he was doing it with Helly and it was someone else and he didn't realize it, which I would feel must be really painful too. I also think that we see more Audi Mark in Innie's Mark personality already. I don't know if that's too early to tell or not, but yeah, he acts way more cold and down like Audi Mark and not Innie Mark. So it could be both things. Milchick, I felt so bad for him this episode because it's like, well, you suck at your job. And it is interesting because he's basically been trying to make things more livable for the Innies and he's been called out for not doing that and just treat them for their purpose. And also his conversation with Natalie is so telling, right? We get way more insight on how he's feeling. Oh, and then the fact that she doesn't respond, right? Because he's basically mentioning something and I feel like she's feeling the same way, but she can't say. Because normally she immediately goes back to smiling and all of that, but I feel like we saw that in a previous episode where he got them, that it's painful and that she kind of knows that it's painful. And if she has gotten the same thing with the same racial blindness, so to say, she must have felt the exact same as he does, but she can't say. So I don't know if we're gonna see more of that, but I find that interesting. We haven't seen Miss Cobell this episode. That's interesting. I kind of assumed that she would maybe replace Milchick, but I guess he can stay. Wong is really creepy. Gemma, what is Mark working on, right? What is he working on? Because I had this theory of them all knowing someone who had passed away and them working on something, I don't know. But now it's like, okay, she's alive, but she's been taken there. Also, you have the dentist, which I feel like is so wrong because I feel like when it comes to dead people and dental records, and there's something there. Cold Harbor thing, like it's clearly something big. What did they say, from 97 to 81%? So they're building something, right? What if they're rebuilding someone and they need other people to rebuild that person, and they can bring someone back with little bricks from other people? Okay, this is so stupid. Anyway, I'm so ready to be surprised. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing because this show is so good. We'll see. I'm not looking forward to a lot of things. I'm not looking forward to the conversation at Bird's house. I'm not looking forward to Helly discovering what has happened. I really wonder how they're gonna make that whole situation with Helly and Gemma work, because you want him to be with his wife, but I also want him to be with Helly. What about Helena? I don't know. Also felt a bit bad for her. Anyway, countdown till next week. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, you can find the next reactions already over on Patreon. I'm a little bit ahead there, a few weeks. So yeah, if you can't wait and want to see next reactions, make sure to check out Patreon. I also post the full length reactions there if you like to watch the whole show together with me. I wish you a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!